Hey there, hi, welcome to the channel. I am Garrett and thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with me today, because in this video we are talking all about common interior design mistakes that my clients have made and they no longer have in their homes thanks to me, but that's beside the point, and how we can fix them. Some of these are so common and basic and easy to fix that you will have your home turned out and looking gorgeous in less than a day. Now, the first thing we have to talk about, the most common interior design mistake that I'm constantly telling everybody to change in their home, is that you don't have enough lighting. If you think you have enough lighting and overhead lights and lamps and floor lamps and sconces, you don't. You don't. You can never have enough of it, because mood lighting is everything in a space. And it creates a sense of fullness in a space. It can brighten a space, create a moody atmosphere in a space. And it also creates a really warm effect in your home at night. I don't like cool toned lighting. It's very aggressive to me. I like everything to be warm and soft and moody, especially at night, or, you know, as it's getting a little darker. Maybe you just have a darker room in your home and you're like, gosh, I don't know what to do with it. Paint it even darker and then put some good mood lighting into it. Now, I want you to have a look at this space right here. It is definitely well lit at night and looks great, but the lamps in this room actually are a little bit too tall. These are buffet lamps, so they belong in a buffet or on a console table in an entryway. These would be phenomenal. You want to make sure your lighting is at the appropriate height as well, so that it's not blinding you. You don't want to sit on the sofa and be looking at a bulb or seeing it out of the corner of your eye, because that's not comfortable either. So it's not just about adding more lighting, it's about adding the correct lighting. Here's another room. This space looks good. The furniture is a little bit pinched because I assume something is happening here, but there's 3 lamps in this living room. I think it needs to have at least one more. We have a tall lamp, it looks like, on a table in the back here. We have a floor lamp and a small lamp on this little table, which is cute. We need another light by the fireplace here in this corner, because when we don't have the fire on, that's like a completely dark corner. It looks like there's, like, you know, some little troll scurrying around in the corner there. We don't want that. So we want to have soft lighting that is enveloping the space. I think you should have, you know, maybe a lamp in every corner, potentially 4 to 5 additional sources of lighting on top of your overhead light. That could be 2 lamps, a floor lamp, 2 sconces. It could be, you know, any number of things. You can even get LED lights to go behind a television. That can be really cool, or have them recessed into crown molding. There's all sorts of alternative lighting you can add to your space, but not having enough lamps is a major design mistake, because the more lamps you have, the more comfortable that space is going to be, especially while you're enjoying it. Now, you can obviously go down to the description box and check out my Amazon storefront, where I have an entire category dedicated to some lighting that I absolutely love. What also is in that description box is a link that will actually allow you to book a one-on-one consultation with me. You can become one of my design clients, and I can actually have a look around your home. We can do a little virtual call. You can show me around and I can tell you exactly what you need to fix to make your home not only, you know, have that designer finish and polish, but also be GarrettLeChic approved, honey. I offer a number of session lengths to accommodate any projects or whatever your budget might be. Be sure you check that out down below. Now, another major design mistake that is easy to fix in your home is that your artwork is not the right proportion. It's a good piece of art, but it's just not on the right wall. And I know every basic, you know, interior design content creator loves to tell you where to hang your art and the height it should be. I have my own say on it. I like for artwork to be hung in line with itself or with architectural features. Maybe you have a one-off moment, but that's beside the point. What I mean is that the proportions, the size of your artwork for the wall it's on, need to enhance the space. If you have a very slender piece of wall, a little sliver of it, don't put a big square piece of artwork on it. You need something that matches those proportions. You need something that's very linear to fill that space and to elevate it, to make it look like it's less, you know, of this like little sliver of wall there that has nothing on it. Like, no, that doesn't make sense. So artwork needs to be the correct proportion for the wall it's on. Here's a great example. This is a living room space, and while everything is very gray and we could have some more lighting, you know, we have a little lamp on a table, we have a spotlight here on this piece of artwork, we should mount the TV, put a small lamp on this little floating console unit, and then LED lights behind the TV. I think it would really enhance this space at night. Beside the point, the piece of artwork on this wall It fits the wall perfectly. It's an amazing piece, and actually I believe it references to the view outside of the window, which is once again gorgeous, and it's a very colorful piece. Fun. The size of it is perfect for this wall. It's not centered on the wall to allow this floor lamp to be there, but it's a really good dimension for this wall because it matches the scale. And that's what you want. It's about having appropriate balance. Here's a view of my home office here where we're actually sitting. And you can see I've got this like offset door. Love the door, it's beautiful, I have a great view, but I have this awkward slender wall next to it. And it's like, what do you do there? I've taken two pieces of artwork and actually stacked them, so I'm creating the illusion of something longer. This is a great thing you can do in your home if you don't have a piece of artwork that size or shape, or you can't find one. I love stacking artwork. The frames don't have to match, they can be different, and they should be different sizes when you stack them. But I want you to have a look at this living room. I actually think this living room has incredible potential. I love the lamps. They are just on the cusp of being too tall for this sofa, but I love the glass detail. It's like a blue glass, which is great. We have blue pillows. The rug has a little bit of blue in it that you can't really see, but that's okay. Neutral sofas and a barrel chair. The chair is a little bit out of place. It should be scooted a little closer, but I want you to look at the artwork here. The artwork is the correct proportion for this wall and to go over a sofa. It's linear in nature, which is very good, but the artwork is too small. So having the correct size artwork is also very important. I'm gonna Photoshop this so the artwork is actually the right size in 1, 2, 3. Boom, there you go. Look at the difference it makes. It feels so much more intentional having the right size piece there. Yes, it's larger, and this could be something you commission, or if you have a little bit of an artist streak in you, or maybe one of your kids do or your grandkids do, maybe it's a piece you have made. Now, once again, I like artwork to be hung in line with itself, meaning other pieces of art, or an architectural feature. In my home, I take the top of door frames, and that's where I hang the top of my artwork, and I'll stack them to make it look a little bit bigger if I need to. And that's something to consider in your home. If you have like, 9 or 10 foot ceilings and that's not possible, it's okay. You can just hang the artwork in line with itself. Something else to consider is that I know artwork can be expensive, and there's lots of creative ways you can get big pieces of artwork, even small pieces of artwork. If you are not the fan of mass-produced artwork, like I'm not, I want to support artists, so I'm going to go to art fairs, I'm going to go online and look at people that are custom making things. Maybe I can do a commission. Sometimes that's expensive and it's worth looking into. It might be something that you actually really want to have done. And so having something commissioned is great, but there are lots of art students out there. There are lots of artists who never went to school who are just happy to sell a piece, to have somebody that likes their artwork, that are doing it really affordably. So be sure you're looking at craft fairs, be sure you're looking online. Hey, Instagram is a great place to find artists as well. And when it comes down to it, large pieces of artwork, sometimes they take a long time to find just the right piece you want. So be sure you take your time to find the right piece of artwork for the right space, the right proportion, the right dimension, and have it hung in the right spot. Now, just like I support artists, I also support you, and I support your home looking gorgeous. And that's what we do in every video we put out, usually 2 a week. So if you are not already, I would take a moment and hit that subscribe button. Honey, you made it this far in this video. You are obviously liking what you are hearing, and let me just tell you, in case you didn't know, everything I'm saying is 100% honest and truthful and correct, but that's beside the point. So we would love for you to join us, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and become a part of the LeChic family, and join me on my mission to, just make the world a more beautiful place, because trust me, it needs it. Another interior design mistake that is commonly made that I see in some of my clients' homes is a pinched entryway. And a lot of my clients recently have, been interested in layouts and furniture layouts for difficult spaces, which obviously I do. I'm like an expert at, but that's also beside the point. And I noticed that one of the biggest difficulties a space can have is the flow of traffic and doorway placement. How do you, put furniture around an awkward doorway, or how do you accommodate flow so you're not like completely wasting half of a room? One of the most difficult things for most people to come up with, not for me though. I don't like to feel like I am, one of the haters and trolls and rats scurrying around a piece of furniture to enter a room. I don't like that. The rats do, but they're rats. So that's beside the point. A walking pathway access in your home A very tight pathway should be about 30 inches, and a standard pathway, something that feels comfortable for everyone to move through, should be about 36 inches. And so oftentimes I will see clients who have maybe a hearth and a stool that we have to walk past, and they're just really close together. So you're creating these two natural boundaries that you have to squeeze between, and it's just not comfortable. Or sometimes it's a nightstand and a closet door in a smaller bedroom that you feel like, oh, I have to squeeze around. There is a creative solution out there for every space. Sometimes it means doing something that's not popular, like putting the back of your bed or a sofa to a window. It's maybe not the most ideal thing, but it can create the most functionality and make the room feel larger than it actually is. So be sure you're thinking about access points and pathways in your home. It actually can be a major, major safety hazard to not be able to get in and out of your home. It's called egress, right? Moving through the space. We need to make sure it's there and it feels comfortable. It also just makes the space feel small. When you have like a big piece of furniture next to a doorway and a smaller doorway, like we don't want that. So be sure you're thinking about it and coming up with the most creative floor plan you can that will allow you to have wide and natural pathways in your home that are obvious to everyone. And that way you have great flow and the space feels comfortable, large, open, and airy. And you cannot have a beautiful and well-designed space without proper flow. And that's not an opinion, that's a fact. And just remember, if you're having a lot of trouble with the layout in your home, you can always go to the description box down below and book a consultation with me, and I will help you. Another design mistake I see made all of the time, and something that holds people back often and can be something overwhelming to think about, is window treatments, specifically having more than one. You can have more than one window treatment on a window. You can have curtains and you can have blinds or sheers or whatever you want to do. You can layer them together. You can have windows that have curtains, that have sheers and have blinds on them. You can have Roman blinds, you can have roller blinds, you can have shades on them, you can have shutters on them. There are a number of window treatments out there and you can layer them together. Now there are certain things, like I would not put a Roman blind over a window that has a shutter on it because they're inherently going to mess with each other. So not necessary. Actually, you don't have to layer window treatments if you don't want to. If you this window has blinds and that's fine, then that's fine, let's work with it. But if you feel a little underwhelmed by your space, you need that soft element in there, don't be afraid to put drapes on a window that has blinds. Something else when it comes to window treatments that my clients often get hung up on or stuck on is they say, okay, if I take my drapes up to the ceiling, or if I take my drapes to the midpoint between the door and the ceiling, and let's say they have 9-foot ceilings and 7-foot doors and windows, well then there's like a 2 feet of space or a foot of space, and it just it looks crazy. It's like a big empty space above your door between the windows. No, it doesn't look good. You can fill that in with a blind of some sort, usually a Roman blind or maybe a bamboo or woven blind. They can be great there to put behind the curtains, and that's a functional window treatment. And you can definitely check out my Amazon storefront. I have a tab on there all about window treatments that I love. I have some of them in my house. I recommend them all of the time to clients because you can get really great affordable window treatments that look beautiful, that look custom, because they are, but they're like on a budget. It's amazing what is out there. Another major problem I see, a design mistake or something that really holds back my clients, and they are like, I don't know what to do here, what's the answer, is asymmetry and balance. Not every home is designed by a designer. Like a builder doesn't, maybe they go to an interior designer, maybe they don't. I don't think they do because there's so many issues there. But sometimes you just end up with something weird. Like, why is there a window here and not there? Why wasn't there symmetry done here? Or why is that window off center? What's going on here? I can't honestly tell you the answer, what they were thinking, because they obviously didn't come to me and do the right thing, but that's beside the point. So what my clients run into is they're like, what do I do here? There's a window here. Am I allowed to put a piece of furniture there? Can I move it here? What can I do? Not every room, not every space is symmetrical. Most of them are not. And you have to find a creative way to accommodate that. For example, right behind me, I have a window off to the right side of the room. It's in a corner there. Who puts a window there? It makes no sense. But actually, I know why the window's there because there's a fireplace downstairs and a chimney outside of here, but that's also beside the point. It's over there to bring beautiful light into this home, and I'm really grateful for it. But what I've done to create the illusion that there's balance here is I hang artwork in line with the top of it, and you can see these pieces here are stacked, and then behind my desk I have another piece in the same placement. And it's creating a clean line, it's creating the effect that something is there. It's creating that balance that this room needs because I have a window that's off-center, that's like just off to the side there. It makes no sense. That's what you have to do. And once again, another way I've tricked the eye in this space to create balance is with my doors here in this beautiful image of my desk. I love it, but my doors are skewed to the left, so I've placed my desk to the right. I have artwork hung in line with the top of those doors, so you see a lot of the beautiful space in the door there, but there's a heaviness on the other side of the room that's creating balance. A little bit complicated to explain exactly how you do this because your space is individual just like you, but it is possible to do and create in your home in the illusion of that balance being there. And it's maybe not even an illusion of that balance being there because we've created it. We've added weight into an area that needs it to balance the proportions of something else. That is a major design mistake, but an easy one to fix if you have the right pieces and you understand how to layer them in that space. Now, sometimes one of the biggest mistakes you have in your home is just the layout of it, like I said before, but I've got your back. So be sure you check out this video right here, all about fixing awkward living room layouts to get your living room layout like understood where you are and what needs to happen to it, honey, because I'm looking around here, maybe you need a little help. I will see you over there. Oh, and by the way, thanks for stopping by.